Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I am pissed off. You know why? Because it's already the 10th time that I'm recording again the video. Everything was ready, I was about to edit it, to put the picture and everything and so on. I received some notification, not the one of Iling-Junior, because that I already knew. I was already speaking about that. I started the video with a big smile, speaking and remembering this guy, Alessandro Del Piero with the number 10. Because yesterday, a goal alla Del Piero changed the destiny of a game that was a nightmare. I know it's the weekend of Halloween, but yesterday was a total nightmare, especially the 45 minutes before Fagioli entered the field. That's how I started the video. I will have to concentrate myself to be again positive after the news that I will give you. Well, what is the news? Well, while I was editing, tweet another one, the second of the day, of Romeo Agresti, who is saying, attenzione, another injury for Juventus. Rectus femoris problem for McKennie. At least 15 days of stop. First of all, what is rectus femoris? I don't know what it is. How is it possible to injure yourself at the rectus femoris? I don't know what it is. Is it a leg? Is it the backbone? Is it the head? What is it? I don't care. But how is it possible that every single game we have at least one, if not two players that are injured? In the video that I made already, I counted 12 players that would be unavailable to play versus Paris Saint-Germain in Champions League, where the destiny of Champions League is already written. We are out, but we have to fight to qualify to the Europa League. 12 players. Now we have to add also Weston McKennie not being able to play. It's a total disaster. It's a disaster. When did it happen that he went out at halftime? I don't know. I don't understand. I really don't understand. We have to solve that. Before speaking about tactics, before speaking about 4-2-3-1, speaking about who is playing we have to solve that. This is a priority. This is an emergency. If you don't solve this, you can think about everything. You can think about changing coach. You can think about changing players, management, whoever you want. If this is not solved, we just can't build up on that. Well, from Weston McKennie, we have to go on another one. And why am I having the shirt of Douglas Costa right behind me? It's because this guy, I was pissed off a few years ago when he was spitting on the face of Di Francesco, because these are the things that I don't appreciate. It's absolutely vulgar. It was for free, even if the player was provoking. And I said back in the time, not really acceptable to do that. Well, yesterday, Di Francesco, he wanted to take revenge, not on Douglas Costa because he was not there, but maybe to a guy that is able to dribble a bit like Douglas Costa. We are speaking about Iling-Junior, 45 or not even seconds into the game, already giving that assist for that goal alla Del Piero from Fagioli. That beautiful dribble, boom, boom, boom. Well, Di Francesco, he had the flashbacks of Douglas Costa, and he went with an assassin tackle that he was about to give to break the career of the young 19 years old English boy. Disgusting. Well, Iling-Junior as well, 20 days out. He will not play. With the first team anymore. He will be able to play with the next gen because they are not stopping for the international break. Good for him, but unfortunately really bad news for the first team, the one that was giving that sparkle of a bit of hope versus Empoli, but also versus Benfica. He was about to change the game, and yesterday, because he changed the game together with Fagioli, he will be out. One bad news about the other. Can we concentrate maybe on some good news? Well, una fagiolata alla Del Piero, a Fagioli goal alla Del Piero. Sì, quanto l'ho studiato, because Del Piero is and was the first idol of Fagioli. He waited for it 21 years because he's a Juventino since he's a kid, since he's a baby, and he dreamed about having that night a decisive goal in Serie A, a winning goal in Serie A. Dreaming about doing it alla Del Piero, his idol, incredible. And after Del Piero, his idol was Paulo Dybala, that also did goals alla Del Piero with his left foot, of course, that curvy shot. But like Del Piero, I was really lucky to see both of them on television. The one of Nicolo Fagioli yesterday, and luckily I was able to comment it. It was totally crazy. But also the one of Alessandro Del Piero in 95 versus Steaua Bucharest. What a time lapse between the two. But yesterday Alessandro Del Piero, he remembered as well that goal versus Steaua Bucharest. He went immediately under the post of Nicolo Fagioli to say complimenti, congratulations, and then he even made a story about it, saying congratulations with the three hands clapping, as we all did, all the Juventini. Nicolo Fagioli couldn't believe in it, he was hoping for it, and for a moment the world stopped. It totally stopped, because he said that ball was never entering. The world stopped and we were all watching that ball turning, a beautiful curve, and then touching the post and entering. We all had the same feeling, because it was 0-0 in a game that we were not able to unlock. Guys, we started with McKennie Iling, so I don't have a lot of time to explain you the last news about Juve. If you want to, OneFootball, best app to remain up to date with everything regarding Juve. But also, now that we are speaking so much about the youth team, under 19 and next gen, also in OneFootball for free for iOS and for Android, don't worry about that, you just download it with the link in the description. You are able to follow our youth academy, the result, and so on and so on, because a lot of them are playing now. We are obliged, we have 13 players out. Well, yesterday we gave trust to Soulé and to Miretti, not as I was thinking, because I was thinking that Miretti could be that offensive number 10 that could change everything. Yesterday we played with two number 10s behind Milik, Miretti and Soulé. It was not working in first half, not because of the young players, but because at a certain moment McKennie, that is out, was a total flop together with Cuadrado on the right side, because we started building from the back with Danilo or Gatti, whatever, and instead of going to Rabiot, we went to McKennie. When we went to Rabiot went to the left to Kostic. Kostic that did a really bad game yesterday. Kostic, he received the ball from Rabiot and he went immediately with crosses. I believe he did 150 crosses. Not one of them was a good one, because at the end we didn't score. We had to wait for the change with Iling to open the score. If it was not Rabiot to Kostic, then we went to McKennie. And what did McKennie do? He went to Cuadrado. So exactly the same. Going to the wings instead of going centrally. If you are always going to the wings, how is it possible then that you are playing with two number 10s, Miretti and Soulé, that are marking themselves? They were running, they were saying, hey, give me the ball, like we saw at a certain moment with Rabiot, that had the possibility to go in that gap and to give it to Matthias Soulé. He preferred again to stop or to go to Cuadrado, and we see it here in the little film. They came back, McKennie received the ball, Cuadrado went up, and McKennie, with missing a big qualitative passes, he went for the easy option that was Cuadrado, totally ignoring Soulé. What Cuadrado also did yesterday was ignoring Soulé. A pity. So Tuttosport is saying La Juve volta pagina, Juventus is turning page with the baby revolution. Well, the first part, baby revolution, not really, because it was not working. We had to wait that second half to see a real baby revolution with Fagioli and Iling-Junior that entered, because we went to Fagioli with a lot more level of quality in passes, in vision. Instead of Weston McKennie, he had more options. We went for a 3-4-1-2 with Soulé, that was as a real unique number 10 that was available to receive the ball, or we went to Iling-Junior that was able to dribble in his man and put the defense of Lecce in real difficulty, also entering with Keane in the game instead of Miretti. 3-4-1-2 in that second half was working better, not because it was a change of formation, but because the midfielders had a bit more quality to find also vertical passes in the middle. What is working well, at least in Serie A, is that for 3 consecutive games we didn't concede. We have a black and white wall, at least against small teams like Torino, Empoli and Lecce. Who is paying the consequences for it? It is Bonucci, and I have to say totally correctly. So Fagioli top, McKennie flop is in OneFootball. You can see it, you can see the ratings from the diverse Italian pages, because they made a really beautiful recap. Again, link into the description. If I can speak you about the ratings of Tuttosport, I have to say that I totally agree with the 5 for Milik, the 5 for Cuadrado, the 5 for McKennie. The 3 players were totally disaster. I want to say even that McKennie and Cuadrado, I don't know if I want to give them a 5, because probably they don't even deserve it. Who received a beautiful score? Well, it is Fagioli with the number 8, because not only he gave quality in that second half, but he was also able to score a fantastic goal Alla del Piero. Today we didn't rest, we started again with a training session. We saw on the site of Juventus that they posted, or at least they used the picture of Locatelli. That means that he's back in training. He will probably be there versus Paris Saint-Germain, but we don't know mentally if he will be okay or not, because we all know that he had some problems, familiar problems. So respect for private life. but it was good to see him back. Iling-Junior that will be out for 20 days, we already know it. Corriere dello Sport is speaking about a magic Napoli, an alien Napoli that was able to win 4-0 yesterday with crazy game again from Kvaratskhelia and a hat-trick of Osimhen. Inter on Gazzetta dello Sport, they are saying Inter Formula 3 because they won 3-0. We were not able to close the gap against these two teams. Hopefully we can do it with other teams like Udinese or Roma. Atalanta that won today a bit earlier also with a 2-0. The one that will not be there versus Paris Saint-Germain, quite easy. We're speaking about Pogba, Chiesa, Ake, Caio Jorge, Di Maria, Vlahovic, Paredes, De Sciglio, Bremer, Iling-Junior, Danilo, and maybe Locatelli. On top of that, we have to add now Weston McKennie. Guys, that was it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry if I was pissed off in the beginning of the season. I wanted to celebrate with that beautiful shirt of Del Piero, with the spit in the face of Douglas Costa to Di Francesco, because I'm still pissed off. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Thank you, Forza Juve.